What's up, guys? It's Chris, Manafest, hanging out here just in my backyard here, and I wanted to shoot a video for you guys because I was doing an interview yesterday. We're doing a really big promotion with this website to give away my book Fighter, and we're going to be running out of the hard copy version, and so I wanted to let you guys know that you can still get a free copy of it at fighterbook.net before they're all gone, because then there's only going to be soft covers left, and both are great, but I just want to let you know before they're all gone. But I was doing an interview in my hometown, which is really, really rare. Like, I never get to do an interview, especially in person. And this guy was asking questions about the book and the new music and Stones and everything like that. And it was just at Starbucks, right? And we were outside, and I was actually late. I forgot that I forgot about the interview, and he called me, and I was actually like in Walmart getting groceries, right? And I was like, "Oh, dude, sorry, man, I'll come over there right now." And we did the interview, and he was really gracious and stuff, but I didn't get time to get a what do you call it? Earl Grey tea latte. So I did the interview without a drink. It's all good. It's all good. But anyways, he was asking me questions and stuff like that, and then he's like, "Hey, man, so what's your story? You know what I mean? Like, what's the whole deal with like God and stuff? And how did you get born again? And how did you get to know Jesus and stuff?" And I was like, I stopped for a second. I was like, "Dude," I'm like, "in that building right over there was where I gave my life to Jesus." And a lot of you guys know that I lost my dad to suicide when I was 5 years old, and so I was very shy, very introverted, very scared. I wouldn't be able to like talk on camera like this and just be like, "What up?" I was just like a completely different person. But there's this man that approached my mom and said, "Hey, can I be a father figure to this kid? Can I encourage this kid and just, you know, be an example to him?" And so he totally was that. He was a role model to me, which was awesome, and just really encouraged me. And so we were up in his building, and he was teaching me computer stuff at like 5, 6, 7 years old, doing all this stuff. And, you know, God had really changed his life, and so that's where he told me about Jesus and asked me if I wanted to give my life to God and get born again. And so it was pretty crazy. And I don't know what you guys believe or whatnot, but I believe that 1 out of 1 dies. You know, nobody's beat death yet, and that's where I think God comes into play and where Jesus comes into play. And I believe in eternal life, and I believe that the only way to that is through Jesus. You know what I'm saying? And so that was the day I gave my life to God. And I just want to say that, you know, there's been times in life where things really suck. And I just want to share with you guys a couple of low moments, and then I want to talk about the book Fighter. And why I called this book Fighter is because there's been so many times I wanted to give up. Like, I remember when I was supposed to get signed for the first time and the whole deal fell apart. I ended up getting shingles and getting like scabs on my eyes, and I had to go to the doctors, and I totally had to chill out, and I literally wanted to like just give up so bad. You know, I just wanted to like freak out. I was so angry, and I almost was just like, screw it, I'm not doing music anymore. I was this close. I remember I like said to God, I was like, "God, I'm not doing it then. You don't need me. I'm not doing this," because I was at such a low moment and was just like, screw it. And maybe some of you guys can relate, you know, like how many of y'all can relate to like being in a low moment where you're just like, you know what, screw this, it just sucks. You know, if you can relate to me, give me some comments or some yeses on that. But I didn't quit. I remember hearing that voice that says, "You know what, Chris, keep going, you know what I'm saying?" And then there was another time later on, because I ended up getting signed, and now I'm independent. I don't want a record deal anymore or anything like that. I just want to do my music for my fans that are awesome, that support me, and that are just so rad. And I remember I was on this tour, and check this out. I was paying to be on this tour. I was paying a lot of money to be on this tour to kind of grow my career and to open up for other bands and stuff. And they had posted, like, I basically had gone on before the doors had even opened. Like, they had the times mixed up and stuff like that, and I wasn't even on the poster. And I remember I was just so frustrated, and I remember I like punched the wall in the club, and I even like swore. I was just so angry because I just felt like I was getting taken advantage of, you know. And there's just so many times. There's been times where I fought with my wife. There's been times where, you know, I didn't have enough money to pay for things. I remember I left my van in California, and so I had to walk to go get the groceries, and we were walking in this like crazy, you know, snow and stuff, and it was just like, oh, this just sucks, you know, like we're in the ice and we could barely afford groceries. And there's just times where it's just like, I felt like I was down. I felt like I just didn't know if I wanted to do this anymore. And I just want to say to you guys, you know, it's okay to fall down. You just don't stay down. It's okay to get depressed sometimes and discouraged. Just don't stay there. And sometimes you just need sleep. Sometimes you just need to get out and go for a walk and just get the energy going. Sometimes you need to read a book, and you read about somebody else's discouragements, you read about somebody else's failures and mistakes, and you realize, hey, they didn't quit either. They didn't quit either. And that's why I wrote this, because I started to read books, and I realized that through the stories of people, it's like, oh man, like they had a struggle. They really went through stuff, but they didn't quit. And so I just want you to know that, you know, it's normal to go through stuff. Just don't quit, you know? Like, this book will ask you questions. It'll challenge you to really look at your life and step out and go for your dreams, because, you know, it's not that we don't have fear, it's that we just don't let the fear control our life. We don't let the fear control our life. So I encourage you, go to fighterbook.net and get a copy of this. It's free. You just have to pay for the shipping, and then we'll send this right to your door. But I want to do a couple Q&A. Let me tap on the screen here and do some Q&A with you guys. You guys got any questions for me about stones, about overcoming fear, or your story, anything like that? Any questions for me before I bounce out of here? I can't wait to see you guys on tour. I'm going out with Adelitas Way in July. I'm going to be in Alberta next week doing a show for Canada 150. But if you guys got any questions, fire them my way. If not, I'm going to say peace and just say you guys freaking rock. I see I cannot pronounce your name. I'm so sorry. K.O. Fion. I see John 180. What's up? What's up? I see Maya Rose, Farmington, New Mexico. I've been there. I've been to New Mexico a bunch of times. We've done Albuquerque a lot, but we definitely need to get back there and play some shows. Let me know where you guys want me to go. I'm going to be in Tennessee on August 16th, man. I'm going to be in Knoxville. So go to manafest.com for that. What is your favorite song on your album? On the new one, oh man, it's a toss-up between Stones, House of Cards. I really like When the Truth Comes Out, and Firestarter is pretty awesome as well too. I know I need to get to Phoenix again. Dude, I see Joshua from Belgium in here. That's awesome. These guys are just all over the place. Sarah's asking, you know, how do you go through depression and loss of a loved one? You know, that's really hard, you know, and I haven't personally gone through that, but I've definitely experienced being on the road and missing my wife and missing my daughter. And it was one thing to miss my wife, it was another thing to miss my daughter. And you know, I remember going to see and I don't recommend this movie either, but I saw Logan, and it just made me really sad. And I remember I like teared up and stuff, and it just made me miss my family. And sometimes just time heals. You know, time heals. Hanging around with positive people and stirring up your dream and finding a new dream. And sometimes, you know, it's okay to go through something, but you just go through it. You don't stay in the grief. It's okay to grieve for a time in the loss of someone, and you're there for a bit, but you can't stay there. You know, like, it's okay to go through junk and be bummed out for a moment. You know, have your moment, but then you got to move on, and that's where you got to stir up the dream and say, okay, God, what do you have next for me? What's next? And let's just keep marching on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude, I need to get out to Belgium, man. We haven't been there. I'm going to Switzerland in August as well. I'm literally in Tennessee in Knoxville in August 16th, and then I'm literally flying to Switzerland like the next day for another show, so it's going to be crazy. We got another tour in the works as well too to promote Stones, which I can't wait for you guys to come out there, and I can't wait to announce that. And man, July 21st, Stones is coming out. If you guys were part of the Kickstarter, packages are already getting shipped out. If you pre-ordered it, those will get shipped out even next. Again, I just wanted to let you guys know before we, because these are going to be all gone, man. And this is like a really special, like, hardcover, you know, all color book. Like, we normally sell this thing for 20 bucks plus shipping, but you can get it for I think you just pay for the shipping, and the book is free. I think it's $7.95 in the US. So just want to encourage you guys to get that before they all gone. But dude, Sly William, man, I can't wait for the new record too, man. It's freaking my best work. Really put in a lot of work on this album. I'll read you one of my favorite things from this Joshua 180. He's asking what's one of my favorite parts. At the end of it, I talk about dreams, visions, and goals. And I talk about how, you know, you start with the dream, you know, an idea, something in the future, you know. And then I talk about your vision, and I say, write it down. Write down the dream. That's when it becomes your vision. And then the next step is to set a goal. When is the dream going to come to pass. So you dream about what you want to do with your life, what God's called you to do. What do you want to do with your life? Dream it as big as you can. Then write it down, and then set a goal, set a deadline or like a time when you want to accomplish that. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably my favorite part, where I talk about dreams, visions, and goals and going for it. So, hey guys, I just want to say a fighter isn't someone who never fails. A fighter is someone who never quits. That's my story. Have a great Thursday night or morning or Friday. I don't know what day it is, wherever you are in the world. But July 21st, Stones. More tour dates coming. You guys are freaking awesome. And go get yourself a book. Go get it for a friend. Go inspire someone as a gift, man. You basically get an $8 gift for someone, and you can wrap it up and give it away if you've already got it. But go to fighterbook.net to get that. Maya Rose, what's up? Love you guys. Peace.